And now, here's our host, Akasha Shabakan.
Om Shanti, my friends. This is Akasha Shabakan. You know what? I had promised you a while back that we were going to talk about the physics or the science of manifesting. And we were going to talk about it in rather scientific terminology so that as we go through this process and learn about it scientifically, perhaps it can help many of us figure out how to do it on a I guess what we call a reality basis so that we can begin to manifest our goals and our desires uh, immediately. We don't have to wait for 20 years for it to show up. So that's what we're talking about. Always know, as we go through this course, this is going to be a pretty long, tedious course that we're going through here about manifestation and the science of manifestation. Always remember that when you are manifesting, when you are creating those desires and wants that you want to manifest, they are created instantaneously. When you see them, when they appear to you, it's totally up to you and to no one else. So, with that in mind, always know that you manifest instantaneously. When you see it, when you recognize it, that's up to you. And you have to learn how to bring it to you because it's created as soon as you desire it. It is created. So all you have to do then is learn how to see it, bring it to you so that it's within your grasp. That's what we're going to be talking about here for a number of weeks. So this is really going to be some good stuff. So I hope you're hanging with us and you're ready for this because this is really going to be some technical stuff. I don't want to leave everybody hung out there in the bushes with all this technicality, but what it will do for you, and you can listen to this show over and over, and I suggest that you do that with each of these shows about manifestation, the science of manifestation. So listen to them over and over. I'm going to try to keep them short and sweet and to the point and to the scientific point. And once you learn the science of this, you'll know that manifesting is something that you do all the time and that you can continue to do all the time. So let's get started. Well, first we're going to start out with what we call the physical domain, or the local domain, we could call it. The first level of existence is physical or material, or the visible universe. It contains matter and objects with firm boundaries. Everything that is three-dimensional, and it includes everything we experience with our five senses. All that we can see, all that we can hear, feel, taste, or smell. This means that everything in the physical domain has a beginning and a middle and an end, and is therefore impermanent. Anything in the physical world, in the local domain or the physical domain, is impermanent. It will not be here forever. Something can happen to it and it can burn up and vaporize in a flash. So then we have the second level, the quantum domain. I think most of you probably understand what quantum is about. And at the second level of existence, everything consists of information and energy. This is called the quantum domain. These things have no solidity, and yet you know yourself and your thoughts to be real. You do know that you are real, right? Sure you do. Well, events in the quantum domain occur at the speed of light. And at that speed, our senses just simply can't process everything that contributes to our perceptual experience. We perceive objects as being different from one to the next because energy waves contain different kinds of information, which are determined by the frequency or vibration of those energy waves. So the physical world, the world of objects and matter, is made up of nothing but information contained in energy vibrating at different frequencies. That's where we're at here on the quantum level. Now, at a deeper level, there really is no boundary between ourselves and everything else in the world. Our eyes are programmed to see objects as three-dimensional and solid. Our nerve endings are programmed to feel objects as three-dimensional and solid. In the reality of the quantum domain, however, there is nothing that is solid. So it's only in our consciousness that our limited senses create a solid world out of pure energy and information. The continuity and the solidity of the world exists only in the imagination, fed by senses that cannot discern the waves of energy and information that make up the quantum level of existence. In reality, we're all flickering in and out of existence all the time. If we could fine-tune our senses, we could actually see the gaps in our existence. We're here, and then not here, and then here again. The sense of continuity is held only by our memories. Now there's a Zen story in which we're going to talk about two monks, and they're looking at a flag that's waving in the wind. And the first monk says, "The flag is waving." And the second monk says, "No, the wind is moving." Well, before long their teacher comes over and they pose him the question, "Who's right?" "I say the flag is moving." He says the wind is moving. Their teacher says, "You are both wrong. Only consciousness is moving." So the mind is a field of energy and information. Every idea is also energy and information. You have imagined your physical body and the whole physical world into existence by perceiving energy soup as distinct physical entities. But where does the mind responsible for this imagination come from? Where does it come from? Well, this is what we call level 3, the non-local domain. Okay, we exist in the local domain. Now we're going to talk about the non-local domain, which is where the Creator exists. So the third level of existence consists of intelligence or consciousness. This is where information and energy emerge from a sea of possibilities. This level of non-local reality operates beyond the reach of space and time, which simply do not exist at this level. We call it non-local because it can't be defined by location. It is not in you, or it's not out there. It just simply is. It's the organizing force behind all things. Now, this can be a slippery concept to grasp, so bear with me here. One relatively simple way of thinking about this virtual domain is to recognize the dual nature of your own thoughts. As you read, your eyes are seeing the black print on the page, and your mind's translating the print into symbols, letters, and words, and then trying to deduce their meaning. Who is it that's doing the reading? What is the consciousness that underlies your thoughts? So, who is doing the reading? With this one little twist of attention, you might become aware that there is a presence within you, a force that's always doing the experiencing. This is what we call the soul, or the non-local intelligence. The correlations between events that occur at the non-local or virtual level occur instantly, without cause, and without any weakening over time or distance. Non-local intelligence is everywhere at once. and can cause multiple effects simultaneously in various locations. This, then, is the source of everything in our life. When you learn to live at this level, you can spontaneously fulfill every desire. Every desire. It's what we were talking about earlier. Spontaneously, instantaneously. And you bring it into creation. You bring it into reality. Now then, of course, we know that it may not appear for a while. It may not be in your possession for a while. But if you train yourself, you can see it much faster. Great seers from mystical traditions suggest that what we experience every day is a projected reality where events and things only appear to be separate in space and time. They only appear to be separate. Without consciousness acting as an observer and interpreter, everything would exist only as pure potential. There would be nothing. You would see nothing. There would only be pure potential. I'm sure if you've listened to any of the great masters or read any of the great masters, you've heard this before. So this boundless field of intelligence or consciousness, it's everywhere. And it's manifesting itself in everything. The proof, it's all around us. Just take a look. It's all around us. So this is the first lesson of the science of manifesting. So I'm telling you, listen to this and get it like imprinted in your mind so that it's there all the time, because it's going to get a little deeper, might get a little more difficult to understand. I'm going to try my darndest to keep it as simple as I can. But this is the science of manifesting. So bear with me. Tune in next week and we'll have part 2. Hey, this is Akasha Shabakan. Remember, the path to the temple is the temple. You know what that means, right? It means your life is the temple. It is sacred. Recognize it. Be here now. Just be here now. Peace and love, my friends.